Hello, Kiannaa Sadge here. I hope you've enjoyed part 1 and part 2 of manipulation, energy, discord, and stress. And in this part 3, I want to talk to you about what I'm calling a modern day exorcism. Really, it is not what you saw on TV where you have a Catholic priest that comes in and they're the only ones that can execute and get rid of these negative energies through prayer. This is the modern day. And the modern day is people like me who are doing this, who I'm not a priest, but I am a believer in Christ consciousness, and I work from Christ consciousness. I think the reason why we've only seen priests do it in the past or are aware of it is because we had skewed ideas of what spirit was and how it works. So what I want to talk to you about is modern day removals. How can you remove these energies from your field? And as you can see, there's so many systems within your body that get compromised. So diet, what you eat, a detox, homeopathics, addressing separation and reactivating your higher self and connecting to your true soul's purpose are key components to really taking yourself back. So let's talk about diet, because I would say, in my personal opinion, removing the entities was far easier than changing my diet, because some of the patterns that were ingrained, and I thought that I ate healthier. But it doesn't matter. We all have our things that we crave and we want, and those really are not about us so much as about the patterns that have been ingrained in our energy field and in our body systems that have deteriorated how we are organized. And when I say organized, I mean how we move forward, how our systems operate, if they're working at their full capacity. For example, the liver, the kidney, the intestines, the colon, the stomach, all key components. So I have a video recipe of the shake that I drink that has been very helpful. But I couldn't drink a shake when I first started this. So green vegetables are really important. But in the very beginning, I couldn't even do the shake because I had so much resistance. And I want to speak about resistance. Even though these things are good for you, if you're doing these things in a level of resistance, you're basically negating how much they can help you. So you really want to be mindful of when you have resistance in your body come up to making different choices, because you don't want to increase the resistance. So for example, I knew I couldn't drink the shake, so I didn't drink the shake. I took herbs instead in a pill form. I drank a green mixture to get greens in a different way, and I began to change my diet that way. The other thing is that normally if you get to Y and Z, I think the general public in general has some gut biome issues, but in general terms, for you specifically, you can bet that you probably have some discord in your gut biome, which is very common with our American diet. And so you'll want to do some type of detox that resonates with you. For me, it took me a long time to find one that I liked. And not liked, but I mean, it was something that I could actually do, and I felt comfortable and confident in that I was doing it the right way. My detox essentially started in November, and it went on for a good 4 months, which is an extreme amount of detoxing. What that tells you is what extreme amount of discord I had in my system. And, you know, I'm just going to be honest with you. I needed to do that. And now it's my diet since the cleanse is very clean. very clean. I occasionally have a fried food. I'm not neurotic or by any means, but I definitely don't eat fried food. I eat mostly vegetables and greens. I can have meat, but I don't choose to eat meat that often. Since doing my cleanse, I really don't crave it or want it. And for somebody who works in the energy field, I find the less density I have to process in my body, the better off I am. So the reactivation of your higher self, I think that's really critical. And I don't know if there are videos out there. I don't have a video to describe how to connect with your higher self, but I have a video out there of what the higher self is. Because when I started along this path of healing, I didn't know the language. I knew what I felt, but I didn't have the words to put to it. But the higher self is an extremely valuable tool that everybody has access to. And it will help you help yourself. Oh my gosh, very pivotal in making some changes. So I encourage you to watch. I'll put the link in the YouTube comments below, and you could see what I have to say about the higher self. And that's a really nice conversation that I have. I will say that fear is something to be very aware of, because fear is going to anchor in the energy. So if you have fear that you have these attachments, or that you have this discord and stress in your field, if you're afraid of it, it will anchor it in. For me, how I got to be such an expert at it is because I needed to go so deep into my energy patterns to find where it was connected. And by the way, I had somebody sending them to me on a regular basis. So I got really skilled at removing them. And energy attachments will attach in every way possible. You can imagine they're there. So what you want to do is just not be afraid of them. You know, come with your Christ consciousness, your Holy Spirit energy, your belief in Earth, Gaia, whatever energies that you really connect with that are of a clear vibration and much higher vibration, go for it. Bring those in and connect with it. Love is the ultimate ruler of energy alignment. And when you work from a place of love and of light energy, you're going to come out the other side okay. And there's nothing to be feared when you know that everything is of love and light. Now, of that person that I met that was evil, I don't have any physical contact with them. In fact, I haven't had physical contact with them in many, many, many years. But that doesn't mean that they still don't do what they do, which is evil stuff. So you cannot stop them from doing what they are doing, but you can strengthen your energy field so what they do does not influence or impact you. And that's what I'm here to say, is that it is possible. There are physical and non-physical approaches. I embody both of them. I approach, so physical would be you're changing your diet. Non-physical is that you're doing energy work like I do, and you actually work in both realms. That's the secret sauce, in my opinion. You have to work both realms, because these entities are not in the physical form until they take over your body. So they're in an energetic form. So you have to work the non-physical and the physical aspects of this process. The other thing that I think is exceptionally powerful and will help assist you in your process significantly is doing breath work. I put a video out of what I do for breath work, and I would suggest regular breath work. If you have attachments, 4 or 5 times a day, I would suggest. The breath is the ultimate alchemizer, and it will alchemize things that you can't see, you can feel. And if you do it enough, you will clean and reorganize your entire energy systems by yourself, by just doing the breath work, by calming your mind, by reorienting yourself to harmony. And so I highly recommend doing some breath work to get you some balance. So what I will say is, if you're going, I made some notes about if you're going to work with a healer, make sure that the healer works with love and light energy and that they're in integrity. So, you know, that's a judgment call on your end, but those are the 3 things that I would definitely look for. The moment somebody said something like protection to me, that means that they're coming from a place of fear, and that's not how I approach healing. And I'm all about strengthening your field. So you should see, feel, and experience an immediate change. So remember the 9-year-old, for example, you know, the tics that they had went away. My other clients, one of the things that happened was they had an exorbitant amount of anxiety. They couldn't even leave their apartment. After our session, they were out of their apartment without the normal hemming and hawing that they had to go. They just went. The anxiety of going out of their apartment had completely gone away immediately after the session. And then there's more things that people will notice as the days go on, because your energy field needs to basically reorganize and reassimilate to this new harmonic that's created after the energy entities have been removed. So you should also know that after a session, your consciousness should expand. You should start to see bigger pictures of things and see more from a place of unity, and that we're all in this together kind of a thing, instead of feeling isolated and alone. And then I have 3 final last words that I will share with you. And the first is that you have to take 100% of responsibility and empower yourself, that you can and must do this work. If you are a victim, like, oh, this person's doing to me this, I don't know why they hate me so much, and you know, I've done that too, but that doesn't help you. So the fastest you take 100% responsibility, and that these things are here and you're going to learn from them and you're going to be better because of all this, the better off you'll be. It's also important to be hopeful. You know, I couldn't talk about this with a lot of people. You know, that's why I'm making these videos, that people just don't talk about this type of stuff, and we need some education on it. So be hopeful. You know, there is hope out there. There are people that are able to help you. You just need to be very resourceful in finding them. This is your journey. You know, this is part of your path. It may be a part that you wish you didn't have to go through, which, you know, I wish I didn't have to go through it, but I'm better because of it, and I'm stronger because of it, and I've learned because of it, and I love to learn. And oftentimes, you know, I've been known to do things the hard way, and this was definitely the hard way. And I just want you to know that there is support out there for you. I know that this path can be very lonely and isolating and discouraging and feel hopeless at times, but there are people out there that are willing to help you. And, you know, you do have opportunities for yourself to make yourself stronger. And what I will say is, as you raise your energy field, as you raise your harmonic resonance, these things will become less and less of an issue. However, raising your sound harmonic resonance is your responsibility to do. And how you raise that is different for everybody. And I think that's another important factor in this that I want to share, is that we all have a unique path. My experience is probably different than yours, and there might be some similarities, but we all have a unique path in our own soul's journey to learning. And my hope is that putting this information out there will let you know that, number one, you're not alone. There are people out there that are like you and you're not crazy, and you can overcome this. And so if I skipped any questions that you might have, feel free to put questions in the comments of the YouTube and I will get back to you. Feel free to reach out for any questions that you have. You can check out my website, check out my videos. I have hundreds of videos about different topics, about how to raise your vibration and your frequency, and I'm wishing you all the best. I thank you for watching and for your time and your attention, because I know for me personally, this wasn't a video that I really wanted to put out there into the public. I'm doing it because I really do think that there are people that really need to understand what is occurring and how our energy is manipulated and discord is created and stress in our field, that, you know, it's not your fault. It's definitely not your fault, but you are empowered to make changes that will serve you and humanity in a powerful way. And I know you'll do great things, and I wish you much success, and perhaps our paths will cross again. And until then, I'm wishing you love and light and peace in your heart.